Hey everyone, Zero JD here with the X-Play Fans channel. I'm here to give you a quick taste of Lily's epic quest for lost gems. That jaunty music you hear behind me is actually pretty uplifting. The game, however, is actually a fairly standard match 3 gem kind of thing. It has a few different things than a normal one. Let's say take Gems of War. But other than that, it's the same like match 3 gems. Let's say you get 4 gems in a row, you get a power up. There's a few other things I'm going to show you quickly, but it's very standard, fairly easy. There is one small hump at the beginning, getting over it, and then it's fairly easy overall. So I'm going to go ahead and start the game. It's essentially like, oh, you want to take after your grandpa and be an archaeologist kind of thing, and you're digging around, collecting quote-unquote artifacts. I say quote-unquote because one of the artifacts I'm putting up if air quotes is I collected was a old set of buttons. So you have a collection where you can actually go and see all of your like collected items. Oh, and they all have values like right there, like old buttons, like that's whatever. Other than that, there's like, hey, there's gemstones, arrowheads, lots of little random odds and ends. I've actually completed the first entire world, so I'm gonna actually use that as a example. So there's different types of game types. There's ones where you're like, hey, collect this many of this star ranked artifact, destroy this many blocks, descend this many levels. All of them are fairly easy. I have run into issues with the descend so-and-so meters because at one point when you get at the beginning of the game, your pickaxe can only break certain, or you can only break certain gems, and you'll get to a point where you can't break like the material of the rock that they're in. So you get to like 24 meters and everything under you is a different material. So if you went down that certain path, you kind of boned yourself. So as you can see on the left, I have to go down 20 meters and I have 12 moves. That would never be enough. However, if you see these glowing gems here, if I match them up here, I get these little rocks. And those actually grant you extra moves, so it actually becomes fairly easy. Since my pickaxe is level 2, instead of 2 of those little gems, I now get 3. As you saw, that was a feature that a lot of other of these gem breaking games don't have, is I'm actually moving the little girl Lily here around, and I have to get her down 20 meters, which you can see it displayed on the right, and there's a star of where I need to go. So I'm going to be popping gems. Since I matched 3 there, I actually get a power up, which is a drill. So what I'm going to do is go and get that. The drill destroys 5 gems in a sideways manner. Sorry, I had to think on the correct word for a while there. So this is essentially, as it said, hey, go down, set number of things. I believe that the gems are randomly generated, but it is clear that they try so hard to always have something that can be matched. And there's always multiple things that can be matched. If you look at the screen just right where I am here, I can match these here. I can match these here. I can match this to here. And it's like, it is in like under this layer, and it's so on and so forth. It's clearly trying so hard. It's clearly programmed to be non-frustrating. So early on, the only big issue I had starting was just running out of turns, because these, not so much, are always scattered around. Other than that, it's fairly simple. It's kind of calm and relaxing. So since I see that quickly, I'm going to drop that here, go boom, 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 and then go over. So it's nothing crazy to write home about. All right, since I see how I got that, boom. So look how many more of those gems I got. So we're going to waste that, pop there. And then I got all those gems. Got a ton of moves. Once you complete the objective, you can keep playing if you want to. It does a weird thing once in a while where it'll be like, yeah, keep playing. You'll move one space, and then it'll stop. I recommend using the D-pad for this, because it's kind of weird using the left stick, because there you go. Here's it. So I want to continue because there's achievements and other stuff to. I can like try to go down here and get this little thing right here. But once in a while, the left stick will just freak out. So this right here actually shuffles everything around, which is pretty crazy. So I may have just screwed myself out of that one item unless I go down and around it. So let's actually try my item, which is B, then A. So it'll fade to black and it'll come on back. So that actually did us some good. I can move this, and then if I hit this and push down, it'll actually just drop it, and I can keep going. So that'll be added in my little collection. So I'm gonna quickly down here. So these stones down here earlier, I could not destroy. I believe your pickaxe levels up the more you destroy rocks and stuff, or materials and stuff. The level below this is dark rock, and I cannot get through that either. See how I have my pickaxe? I'm gonna go ahead and exit. My pickaxe there is leveling up. So that was just to get down so-and-so meters. There's the easy ones are like destroy this many blocks, because you don't even have to go down. You kind of just skim the top and try to destroy stuff. This game was a mobile phone port. This right here, you see this counter is a kind of a spin the wheel, get a reward kind of thing. There's no downside to it. Like you could like just not get anything and that's it.
Let's go.
So I think it's just like 2-player random mode. I haven't actually been able to do it. Let's see if we can take a peek at it real quick. So yeah, it's essentially a versus mode. Oh, that's your character on the right. That's your grandfather on the side. That kind of looks like the dude from Up for some reason, which is kind of hilarious. So we'll pop out of that. Rank, I'm gonna guess, is essentially just the same thing, where it's just collect gems. Oh, so yeah, I know it's actually comparing your cash value of everything. So let's go to the second area. I'll show you a bit more, but this is about what you're gonna get with this game. It's a lot of butterflies.
Let's go.
So this one is I have to find 2 treasures with a 1-star rank or more, which is really easy because everything is essentially a 1-star. So while the gems in the level are randomly generated, these stone blocks are always there. They're always like, hey, these stone blocks will always be in this position. They can only be destroyed by being blown up or drilled. So we'll start a little low and as you can see here, I started with 20 turns. I will say again, this music is pretty jaunty. I'm a sucker for good music in games.
Ooh, what's this?
I don't like her voice, and I know that's kind of petty of me, but it sounds like either it really does sound like someone who's a adult trying to be a child, or someone who doesn't fully like know what a child should stand like. So pop that. So right now I'm just looking for any of those quote unquote artifacts. And that is kind of funny. Like a child would think like ancient buttons are artifacts and stuff like that. So right now I'm kind of committed to this area, so I can't really pop out and be like, hey, I want to go to another area. Oh, that's right, I can't do that. So once a gem can only be dropped on a down an empty space, it cannot be moved left or right on an empty space. I believe also the artifacts, just think, whenever I say artifacts, just imagine me doing air quotes, are also randomly generated. I probably look like an idiot just sitting here and being like artifacts. So that's one right there. So let's go pop that, grab that. We'll keep trucking. So since drilling the super gems that give you the little rewards still give you the things. So let's see. Of course, they can only be moved once. All right, so since that's an explosion, so we're gonna go grab that as quickly as possible. because those and the little extra gym turns, extra gyms that give you turns, do disappear. That one is a light that actually lets you see further away. Never really found that useful. There is one that also like tracks like really close, really nearby stuff. Oh, got it. So also as you go lower, the sound changes. I looked up some screenshots and it looks like they actually do kind of shake it up with different things happening in the game. I think they add like water and stuff that can get in your way. So I may not be able to finish this, mostly just for the fact that I don't see anything within my reach, which I feel is a little bit of a issue for a game like this of, oh hey, we have a game that's based on tile movement, but it's randomly generated? Oh, there it is. See, now the fun part is if I can reach it. This music will very much drill itself into your head. I am sure every single person watching this can see everything, so I'm gonna pop that over. But luckily, boom. So it doesn't instantly give you a fail state, which is nice, because I've been able to do that a few times and finagle my way out. So anyways, this was Lily's Epic Quest for Lost Gems. It's okay. It's very simple. It is a mobile phone port, but it's not one of the ones I hate where the mobile phone game was free. I believe we actually get the cheaper version of it, so that's totally fine with me. So I think that's fine. It's not some crazy quick port. It works. If you like gym games and you want to play something simple, I guess it might not be super kid friendly, but depending on how aware they are of like fail states, they probably will enjoy it. It's got this jaunty music. The areas look like they're gonna be pretty bright and colorful up into this death sand area and maybe the volcano of death over there. Achievements aren't that bad. It's essentially like destroy so many rocks, collect so many treasures, clear these areas and stuff like that. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm ZeroJD. This is the XBlade Fans channel. Please check out our other videos. Click below or bottom to the right. It doesn't matter. Thank you so much and have a nice day.